Hey guys, welcome into another edition of Running with James. This week we have a special edition. It is a race edition. It's been, I feel like, forever since we've had live racing, but this weekend here in Houston, Texas, actually in the Woodlands, Texas, just north of us, the Woodlands Marathon, the Woodlands Half Marathon, and the Woodlands 10K is going on. And so it's been so long, we forgot how to, not only probably how to race, but how to prep for a race too. And so we're going to talk a little bit about today on race day prep, right? So what are the things you've been running, you've been putting in those times, you've had nothing but time, right, to run and to get that volume up, and so you're ready for a PR. And so what are the last minute things you can do the week of, the days leading up, to get those PRs and make sure your body gets to that starting line not only as fit as possible, but as rested as possible and as ready as possible?
Change your mind, change your life.
All right, guys, so we're going to start out with the very first thing, and this is an important one, right? First thing on the list we want to make sure we're doing is getting sleep. That's a big one right there, guys, right? 8 to 10 hours of sleep every single day. Now, if you don't know this, I'm going to let you know right now, sleep is really the best way for your body to recover. So it's in your sleep, right? It's in the times that your eyes are shut, your body's down, your brain is shutting down, that your body actually recuperates. Now, this 8 to 10 hours doesn't have to happen all at one time. So maybe you don't have time, or maybe you have a struggle. Maybe you only sleep 6 hours a day, right? Try to maybe take a couple naps throughout the day, whatever you can do to try to get that time period where you're getting that rest as much as your body can get so that you can be ready come race day. All right, number 2. Now this is a big one, right? So number 2, really big one right here, and that's plan, right? Make a plan, right? So what do I mean when I say make a plan, okay? So a plan basically is, what is your race strategy, right? You probably have an idea, or you should have an idea of what your total race time should be, right? Well, if you know what your total time is, well, then you need to know what those paces are. So if you want to run a sub 2-hour marathon, well, you should know then that you need to be running around a 9-minute pace. And so you don't want to just go out there and just cross your fingers and hope. Well, in addition to have a pacing strategy or a racing plan, we also want to have a nutrition and a hydration plan. So what do I mean by that? Well, your body only has about 60 minutes of glycogen stores in it, okay? So that means every 60 minutes or so, your body is going to lose that energy, the energy it needs to produce. Well, if you're gonna be running a half marathon, well, you're more than likely gonna be out there, for more than an hour, right? If you're gonna run a marathon, you're definitely gonna be out there for longer than an hour. And so hopefully you've been practicing this on those training runs, specifically those long runs, getting in the nutrition your body needs. And so, what I suggest is anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes, every 30 to 40 minutes, you need to be putting some sort of nutrition into your body. That could be dried fruits. It could be, gels. One of my favorites is Spring Energy, right? It's all natural. It tastes good. You don't get that flavor fatigue. And it's really easy for your body to digest, right? So try to stick with things that are a little bit more complex. You want to stay away from too many simple sugar things. So like the little gummies, right? A lot of the things that, they're just tons of sugar, they can work. And some people, they swear by them, but I've just found for me, you just get too big of an insulin spike. And then if you take too many of them, right, you get that flavor fatigue. All right, number 3, and this is one that I had to learn the hard way, right, is your race kit, okay? And so part of your race kit, right, and I'm gonna put a little parentheses here, nothing new, all right? Now, your race kit is gonna be your jersey, right? Your shorts, your socks, your shoes. So what I make the suggestion of is, you need to decide, at least lay it out a couple days beforehand, what it is you're gonna be wearing for the event. What are you gonna be wearing in this race, right? You want it to be comfortable. You want something that you've practiced and you've ran tons of miles in. And if it is new, make sure it's just a newer version of something that you ran in over and over and over again. This is not the time to try out a new pair of shoes. This is not the time to try out a new pair of socks, right? This is the time to use what it is that you perform really well in. A quick story, I had a race. It was the OCR World Championships. It was a big event. Had to qualify to get there. I was going in. I felt fit. I was ready to go. And I bought a brand new pair of socks that I'd never worn in a long run before. Now this was a mountain race, so I had to run up like 2,000 feet. You know, it was like total about 9 miles of 15K, and it was a lot of this, up and down, up and down. I got the worst blisters on my heels because the socks that I wore slipped. They didn't fit my feet right. And so I got these humongous blisters, and so it ruined my race. By mile 4, I went from first place to like 40th place, right? So your gear that you wear is gonna be very important. And as I always say, when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you perform good. All right, fourth and lastly, there we go. Fourth and lastly, here's the deal, guys. Real simple, real easy. Relax. Relax. You put in the work, right? You're not gonna get any new fitness this week. So taper, you should have been tapering, right? If you ran usually 5 days a week, it's okay to run 5 days a week, but back that mileage way off. You're not gonna get in any more shape this week. The biggest benefit you're gonna get is gonna be allowing your body the time to rest, recover, so you can get to that starting line fast. So, relax, relax, relax. It's gonna be a great time. We're racing. We hadn't been able to race in so long. So relax, enjoy the time, stick to the game plan that you put forth, and if you do, I guarantee you're gonna get some great results. So thanks for coming in today, guys. Just like with all this stuff, everything we talk about whether it's a shoe review or whether we're talking about training tips, whatever it may be, every single time that we do this, take that opportunity to maybe think about it a little bit differently, right? Because when we change our minds, we can change our lives. So good luck to all our marathoners out there, all our half marathoners going out there. I'm running the half marathon myself. Got a pretty decent goal I'm shooting for, trying to hit that 130 mark. So let me know down below in the comments, are you racing this week? If you're racing, maybe in the next couple weeks, did you race already? Let us know your results. We want to hear about it. We want to support you. Great community. We love you guys. Stay cool.